Welcome everybody to a new analysis of Tridomics. In this episode, we're going to give an update as for the last analysis that we issued on Tesla. Especially for those that are not familiar with the cycle analysis and our methodology, which is the T cycle analysis that you can find in our introductory video if you click on the pop-up menu on the right-hand side. We have to find out how much time is important when algos are set it up for buy mode or sell mode. We were expecting to have potentially a strong push to the upside because we were about to finish a downward yearly cycle. If we gauge time, actually, we can say that our entirely yearly downward cycle has lasted 323 bars out of 338. And despite the earnings were in red, so lower compared to the expectation, we have seen a strong push to the upside. And with this candle here occurred on the 19th of April 2024, we broke up some critical swings. One was this one, another one was this one, which means that we have now evidence that a new yearly downward cycle is about to start, perfectly according to what we were saying in the analysis. And now we can update the chart by saying that with this low occurred on the 22nd of April 2024, it's not just born at T plus 2, but it was born at T plus 5. So a new yearly downward cycle with strong push to the upside, at least for the first part of its development. And let's see whether this cycle will be positive, negative, or neutral. Of course, now it's too soon to see that, but we have already the evidence that from here we have a T plus 5. Now, in this regard, we need to also to understand at which particular point in time we are. According to the last analysis, we had a bit of a doubt whether considering this high as the beginning of the T plus 2 or this high as the beginning of a new T plus 2. But of course, we have had also the evidence that we were about to close a T plus 3. So in this case, the T plus 3 ended up with this candle at 84 bars. So now we can actually say that by completing the frame, we have had this T plus 2 that lasted 43 bars. And with this one, we have had a new T plus 3 upward cycle. So we can now update the chart with a T plus 3. And we were also saying that we were expecting a push to the upside for the beginning of a new weekly upward cycle, downward cycle. So we have had the beginning of a T plus 1 according to the last analysis that we issued, and here we have had the push to the upside. After that, we have seen quite a steady state development, and now we have to update the chart once more. So first of all, let's gauge the time. From this low with the beginning of a new T plus 5 to this low, we have had 35 bars. Therefore, here we have the evidence of a new T plus 2. We have now the beginning of the new monthly downward cycle, but also with this candle, we have completed what? A new, or if you want to go backwards, all the T plus 2 upward cycle. So now here we have a new T plus 2. And after a new T plus 2, here we have pushed to the downside to begin a new T plus 2. Now we have to understand whether the t plus 2 will be positive or will be negative or will be neutral, something like this. But which kind of calculation we can make at this particular point in time? So that's the question, and that is the most interesting part of the analysis. So first of all, from this t plus 5 yearly upward cycle, we are at 233 bars, 233 days of a total duration, which is already more than a minimum duration of a t plus 5, 190 days. But by using the subsegmentation and studying the reversal cycles, here we have to understand at which point in time we are with this t plus 4. So this t plus 4 has been divided in the first t plus 3, and now we have another t plus 3. So this t plus 4 overall is lasting 121 days out of 168 days. So we have until so we have other 40 days, roughly 47 days to complete this t plus 4. Given that we have had the first t plus 3 divided in the first t plus 2, now the point of control, if the price will keep rallying, is this one. So this swing at $191.08 is the critical point in which, if in the next week the price will see the break of this high, then the rally can continue to push the price further to the upside. Otherwise, if we have to consider another situation, the second critical point is this low at $167.41. So if the price in the next days will break this low, then we will have downward cycle that will be negative. Therefore, we can extend the downward trend at least until 24 bars, which is the minimum duration of a T plus 2 here. So until at least 16th of July 2024. Otherwise, given that this T plus 2 of the upward cycle and this T plus 2 of the downward cycle are only separated by 2 days, then we will have a specular situation, but to the upside. So the critical levels are those that I mentioned, to the upside and to the downside. In order to understand how long this rally can continue, either to the upside or to the downside, we will always have to gauge time. So if in the next days the price will break this level of price, then we can gauge how long the rally can keep going on, and therefore one of the natural targets will be the moving average 200 period. Otherwise, we will have the break on the low here eventually, and one of the natural target will be to fill it out this gap occurred between $156 and $147. Okay, so at the moment we don't have a particular insights whether the price will go on the upside or on the downside, but these are the two critical levels. On top, we will expect to close a weekly upward cycle between 6 and 11 days. Therefore, now we are at 6 days, so potentially in the next 2-3 days, so beginning of this week, then the price can go further to the upside to complete this hook and to complete the first weekly upward cycle. But let's see whether this particular level of price will be broken up. So thanks for watching. And if you want to subscribe to have the latest analysis, as time is particularly important also when you are aware when a specific stock can keep going up or going down, subscribe. And if you want, put a like as a stimulus to continue to issue our analysis. So thanks for watching and see you to the next episode.